Kendrick becomes the
God.
ninth artist to surpass 100 million monthly listeners and the first rapper to do so. B, let's talk some numbers. Let's become the
Talk
numbers cat.
numbers, man. Congratulations to Kendrick, by the way. That's a dope feat. You know what I'm saying?
This
That's a
is
dope
dope.
accomplishment. Yeah.
Not obviously not. He's the first artist to, he's first rapper to do this. Phenomenal. Great.
I wouldn't expect it to be him. I thought it'd be Drake. Like Drake, I was so
Same.
shocked that Drake did do this.
Same. But just because he does this doesn't mean he has the best music out. It does not mean he's the best rapper out.
It
B, he
does.
has the no, it doesn't. That pulls
He
a
is
B.
though.
That you think he's the best rapper out?
Yeah, when you come to mainstream rap, Kendrick's the best rapper out, bro.
Okay, you said mainstream. I'm saying in general.
If you go, I say yeah. If I
I'm
want to
I,
say, oh, this dude
oh, not
makes.
in general. I mean overall. Overall. No, but I mean rapper as an
If I
MC.
put, oh, I'm talking about the total package. Kendrick's
Oh no,
killing
no. Total
everything.
package, yes. Kendrick
Yeah,
is all time, top 10.
top
All
five
time, top
maybe.
10.
Probably. Hey, he
Yeah,
probably know
see,
what not to two. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk
hey,
about it. We gonna
hey,
talk
hey,
about it.
hey, hey,
I'm
hey,
gonna
I'm
talk
not going
about
that
it.
far
I'm doing.
again.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
leaving.
doing a little video and I'm gonna see what's
Hey,
gonna pop off. And if you watch it, and I want to know what you think about what I say. You know what I'm
hey,
saying? So yeah, we
hey, we
gonna
gonna
see.
see because I'm gonna address it on the pod if you say something wild and
Hey,
crazy.
you
You
know
know that.
the numbers. So I brought this up B, because on the timeline I've been seeing a lot of numbers talk with Kendrick, and I've been a Kendrick fan since like 2009. You know, nine. You know,
Overly dedicated or Kendrick Lamar EP.
yeah, no. EP C4 actually.
Hmm.
C4, I knew about that, wasn't too much of a fan. I knew him because I like J Rock first. I knew about J Rock
Hmm.
first. So I the C4, the K dot, and I wasn't too much of a fan. It was some stuff on there I liked on there, but EP is what got me into Kendrick. So I don't remember numbers like that. Yes, we talked about numbers when it came to like, oh, how much he sold, blah, blah, blah. And we understand that this year is a historic year. Well, last year for Kendrick Lamar, even going off into this year as well. It's been a historic year for him. So I understand the numbers talk. But these numbers be from our point of view as a Kendrick fan, we knew that we had other artists out there probably doing a little bigger numbers to him, probably had a little more monthly listeners to him. But now the numbers feel like they validate everything from Kendrick. And it's kind of confusing me. And it gives me the whole thing of like us as black people, when it came to the NFL, we boycotted, you know, we did this, we pick and choose. But if they quote unquote got it right, we'd be like, all right, Grammy's so white, Oscar's so white, and all this type of stuff, right? You got Macklemore, he won the whole little award before Kendrick best rap album, whatever. We mad at the Grammys. We know Kendrick deserved that, right? Kendrick win all these awards after that. He's like what, number three in hip hop of all time with almost Grammys. Now we use that. He got what they call it, a Pulitzer,
The Pulitzer.
he got a Pulitzer Prize.
Hmm.
They use all these accolades that really us as black folks, what we say don't validate nothing from us, don't mean anything to us. We should start our own award show like we don't have BET Awards. Oh, I know that's owned by Viacom, so we really don't own it, right? But still, we validate the stuff when it comes to something that we, I guess, when we say, what's where I guess support, right? We
Yeah.
support Kendrick, so we want him to get all the Grammys. We want him to get the Super Bowl performances. But when it comes to it outside of what we care about, that's all they want. They want to push that. You know, when Kendrick did the performance, he flipped it on his head. He did the exact opposite. So this is the best performance ever. It's just certain things like that that's kind of getting to me. And I'm a Kendrick fan, no doubt. But I just don't like how a lot of these stands, I know it's Twitter, but I'm holding y'all to the fire right now, Twitter. When does Grammys, when does the NFL, the Super Bowl, all this stuff y'all want to boycott and not care about, don't validate? When do you validate it? When do y'all care about it? Only when it's supporting or or feeding to the nature of what you want from your artist to get all these accolades. That's the only when you like it, is when it's going to Kendrick. And I'm not trying to come off as like I'm hating on Kendrick and nothing like that. I'm happy that he's getting all this praise. I'm loving that he got the performance and more eyes and more ears are now they going to go listen to his music just to understand like he has a really great catalog. And we're going to discuss his he the GOAT of this rap ish. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just find it weird that the fans that actually don't like to push on the white gaze of all their acceptance actually want to be accepted. I don't know. I don't know. I know it was a crazy monologue I went on there, but I'm just saying it's just weird. It's just weird to me. I don't know. It don't sit right with me. B. We shouldn't care.
Basically, B, in the great words of Dr. Umar, why do you need white man's paperwork? Why? B, when Drake was doing all this, when he was getting all these awards, oh, it's Drake. Of course he's gonna do that. Why wouldn't he get that? As soon as Kendrick gets it, oh, this was really earned. They finally get it right. Oh, yeah. Now because it supports what you like. Oh, now they get it
Mm-hmm.
right. Oh, now this is validated. Well, Kendrick, this Not Like Us obviously is the best diss song of all time because it won 5 Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
If back to back would have won 6 Grammys, they would not have been saying the same thing. B. They would
Mm-hmm.
not have been saying the same thing. Well, it's Drake, so of course he's gonna get that. See, they always come up with these excuses when it doesn't fit their narrative. The Super Bowl thing, people didn't like it. Oh, that's because the message didn't go over your head. I remember Anton Daniels because I was watching his video. He said something
Mm-hmm.
about this. He says, "Why do y'all make it seem like because the show was entertaining, there was a deeper message to be had? How about maybe it just wasn't entertaining?" I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, you spit. It just can't
That's
be
true.
entertaining. Like everybody's like, well, if it was entertaining, that means that you didn't get what was happening right there. Okay, if I didn't get what was happening right here, that means a majority of people probably didn't get what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Who was Kendrick Lamar talking to then? Why would he be
Mm-hmm.
talking to the minority instead of the majority when he has the majority's eyes on him? What's
Mm-hmm.
the point of sending a message like that? I don't get it. These hoops that these Kendrick fans go through. And I've already said it before. When it comes to Drake stands, I don't take a lot of them seriously because a lot of them are so biased that it's crazy. But Kendrick stands are getting right to that level as well. And I'm just like, dog, what are we talking about? Like, what are we? Where are we going at? Both sides are annoying. Both sides are now using numbers, but I thought numbers wasn't the thing to use back then. B. Oh, now Drake fans know how it feels. I thought y'all said the numbers didn't validate anything. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
everything that y'all saying is not valid. Is not valid because y'all using numbers now. B. How many praises I seen this week of so many hip hop blogs just talking about these numbers? No one was talking about music at all this weekend. It seems like
B,
besides the Drake.
I haven't seen this many numbers on my freaking timeline in years. I mean, chart this, Kendrick charts, and our air all these people just numbers. Oh, GNX, I never seen this many numbers talk about how much what's in the billboard right now. I never seen this much numbers talk in my life. Even Act not e- I know Act, he's on the other side, but still. I used to see more from Act posting
I'm
about
about to say
numbers
I
from
used to
artists.
only see it from Act back then.
Now I'm seeing it about. I'm telling he got a whole account now dedicated to it that was created in May of 2024 after the beef.
I just don't.
That tells you everything, B.
Do numbers have to be part of the conversation now when we talk hip hop?
It
Not
should,
on this
bro. Cause
platform
look,
because we're talking music, but just in general when it comes to Twitter and stuff like that. Is this going to be a metric that we have to use in hip hop conversations to the normal fan, to the actual hardcore hip hop fan? We don't give a F about them numbers. We don't care about them numbers. Them numbers don't justify nothing to us. B, if an album is good to us, I'm pretty sure that Black Milk album and Fat Ray album, no disrespect to them, I'm pretty sure it didn't sell 100,000 copies within a week.
of course
I can
not,
still
B.
tell you
It
that it
probably
was a
not.
fire album. I can tell you that it was a
Mhm.
fire album though. Do you know how many
But
fire
look,
albums that we got that didn't sell well?
look, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers didn't sell well, right? So people said, "Oh, it's a trash album." That's why, right? And what the fans will say, what the Kendrick fans will say, B.
Oh, it's
That don't
you
mean
guys don't
nothing.
get it.
Now that some of that stuff right now is going up in billboards because he got new eyes, he got new listeners. People are like, all right,
Mhm.
boom, I'm a Drake fan, but I never really checked out Kendrick. Let me go check him out. So some people actually listen to music, which I love, but we gotta understand, no hate, no shade. At the end, I say, let's see how long this Kendrick number stuff lasts. How long do you think he'll be 100? over 100 million listeners be? How long will that stand? Will he drop
I
back
don't.
down to 70 to 60
I think he'll drop
million?
back down because if we go by what Kendrick usually does, Kendrick usually has a huge break in between albums. So his
Mm-hmm.
numbers are going to go down because interest, he's not going to be as a hot of an artist. Like, yes, Kendrick
Mm-hmm.
had a great year last year. Yes, he's had a great start of the year this year. But we got to be realistic. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar, after he drops some music, after he does what he needs to do, he goes into hibernation for like 3 to 4 years. We don't hear nothing from him. He barely does features. And if he does a pop feature. But
Ah, here
joking
you
aside,
go, bro.
but joking aside, he is going to go into hibernation, work on his next project, but also live life and do his thing right there. People are going to realize he's only hot now because of what he usually does before he likes to pop some stuff off and before he gets his drops off. He usually does this. I don't want to say he does clout chasey things, but he does things to garner attention. He does it in a great
Mm-hmm.
way. Great marketer. He drops some dope music, and then he goes
Mm-hmm.
away for a while. His interest is going to go down. Yes, he has a bit of height right now because he was on literally the biggest stage in America. He literally came off one of the biggest events in music last year. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, he's going to have this boost in numbers. Drake is barely going up in numbers, but his other projects, his other songs, they're now streaming super well. They're now trending on TikTok. He's always going to be the numbers guy. Drake is someone that appeals to everybody. Kendrick, I don't want to say it like this. He's not someone that appeals to everybody like a Drake does. Kendrick has a small boost, which is good for his career, especially with him now starting the PG Lane thing. He's gonna have that movie come out. People ain't really gonna talk about it like that. And then the hype for this is gonna die off. And the only thing that people are gonna talk about for the next few years will be this beef until Kendrick comes out with some new music or Kendrick comes out with a feature. It's gonna be like an Andre 3000 thing where whenever Andre comes out for a feature, people are gonna talk about it, but we're gonna move on from then until he comes out with an album. He has a small boost now because of the NFL and him winning all them Grammys, him being on the biggest stage in America. He has the boost right now, but that boost is not going to last that long. He's about to go on tour. No new music is probably about to come out. I would love to be wrong if he put some new music out, but he's probably not going to put no new music out. He's about to go on tour. Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
sustain some of that base because he's doing stadium tours, which are really big venues. So people are going to want to memorize the lyrics of those to that music. So
Yeah. I just think that, and I'm not trying to hate on Kendrick, like, oh man, because bro, I'm saying he might be the greatest of all time. I just want y'all to understand that I'm not a person that's biased. I always like to, have both sides. Like I like to see it from both sides. I like to have a original thought of mine. I don't really like other people to, form my way of thinking just because I'm a fan. I gotta agree with all the other fans, and I believe that once Kendrick go, I don't. To be honest, B, since he doing the whole PG Lang thing, if he don't, I know it's like not really like a label or whatever, but if Baby Keem not out, I think that he will kind of like be out a little bit more, I believe, because he has to keep his his entity out there. Like you gotta understand, like, have some type of buzz around his label, whatever it is. So I
but
think
like
he probably
you think he could be out there just non musically?
no, I'm saying I think he's gonna be out there musically. I don't think if you know how you'll say 3 or 4 years, I think now he'll probably take a year and a half to two off now. Maybe a year and a half off.
Mm.
Maybe a year and a half or two. Maybe. Because after this year, if you want to keep up, like we're not saying, oh, Kendrick never was successful. This dude was the number two after Drake, or number three, if you want to say Future or somebody. He always
Or
been in the
Eminem.
top. If we, that's a legacy act.
Mm.
Talking about this generation.
Okay, okay.
Get him out of here. Because you can say Kanye West at that point. Kanye
Both of
still
your favorite
Kanye.
rappers in the current era.
All right, here we go. But I still think Kendrick's gonna continue to succeed, but I don't think his numbers will be at 100 million for a long time because it's only at 100.1. And y'all understand the Super Bowl was this month, so I think he'll drop down. I think the GNX is steady selling, but I don't think it's gonna last too long. He might drop back to 70 something monthly listeners, but I don't know, man. I just find it funny how the Kendrick fans are all numbers now. It's just funny to me because usually the Drake fans was fighting back with numbers, and now they trying to throw them numbers. I don't know if they like, okay, we're gonna give you a taste of your own medicine.
B,
I
you
don't
know what's
know.
funny? Now that Kendrick didn't come out with a super lyrical based album, They have no lyrics to really talk about or dissect like that. So all they can do is talk about numbers because that's the only new thing that they can talk about with Kendrick.
Nah, they've been dissecting the with the man in the garden, you
B.
know,
They've been saying the exact same thing and
whacked out
regurgitating the exact same
murals.
points.
They've been
There's
they've
no
been
one that's
dissecting
coming with
the
new takes.
no, but B, they've been dissecting the Super Bowl performance, man. Come on.
Oh,
He ruled
F
bell
me.
bottoms, bro, to
F
represent
me.
the 60s. He wanted to represent the fight, the human rights and what's it called, civil rights. And he wanted to just have the same jeans on as them ladies with them afros out there and fighting for the people.
I forgot, especially when black people weren't allowed to play PlayStation 2 and he put the PlayStation controls on. Oh, F me. I just made the whole
That they
connection.
weren't allowed to play
Oh my
PlayStation.
gosh.
You
Yeah.
wildin', bro.
But I mean, they are dissecting those NFL Super Bowl numbers, B. Some people say it was the greatest performance since Michael Jackson. We've already talked about it.
Mhm.
Our thoughts on the Super Bowl performance. Yeah, I want to check that out. But yeah, it's just a whole bunch of numbers talk because they ain't got nothing new to talk about. They can't dissect the lyrics from GNX. They not as complex as they was in Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Wasn't as complex as some of the more in Dang.
Mhm.
Mm, I don't know. You know what I do wish for though? I do hope that we get a Baby Keem and Kendrick album collab soon. That's just me though. That's just me. But besides that, I'm tired of these Kendrick fans now becoming the new Drake fans and talking numbers and just acting nasty on social media.
I think I don't know, man. Maybe they giving the Drake fans a taste of their own medicine, bro. But I don't know. I just find it funny. I've been
But B,
watching.
if you want to be a better person, should you get revenge or should you like be the bigger man and just walk away from the situation?
Nah, B, come on, bro. You don't do that. They go low, you go lower.
And trust me, they look awful right now, especially with the whole little debacle that's happening on Twitter that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's just horrible. But yeah, y'all guys let us know what y'all think about when it comes to Kendrick and numbers in a discussion instead of actually talking about some music. I don't know. You guys let
Hmm.
us know about that because that's all that we see being talked about with Kendrick now, besides regurgitated points or him acting like an NPC because the PlayStation thing, him acting like an NPC on the football stadium stage. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey,
We can talk
man.
about that,
All
B.
NPC like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was intentional that he was acting like that. Not because he was catching a little groove, be catching a little vibe. He was definitely acting like an NPC. I'm just saying, B. But yeah,
hey,
y'all let us know what y'all
deeper,
think
darker.
about. Y'all let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.